Hey everybody, this is Holy Mike again with Hannah again. We used to do podcasts back today. What was it, like a year ago when we did it?
Fucking probably longer.
Yeah, a year or two. So it's been a long time. But we're starting a new gaming podcast. So we're gonna just talk about all the gaming news that is going around. What should you expect? What is not really being expected by the gaming community? What are things we don't like that is going on with the gaming community? And we'll talk about all the different consoles, PlayStation, Xbox, and all that kind of stuff. So, um, we were just talking about GTA, and
Yes.
we have been waiting. Oh, when did you start playing GTA? I'm curious. Like, what year do you think?
Oh god, I think I was about like 10 when I started playing.
Wow. I mean, I don't remember how old I was. I know I was in middle school when it's not when it came out, but I was in middle school when the first time I touched it because my parents did not allow me to play violent video games. So I went to a friend's house and he showed me what GTA was, and I was like, wow, and open like I couldn't believe there was a game that you could just do whatever you want. Like it was so amazing to me. I was like, wow, and I didn't get a hold of it in my actual hand until I guess I was in high school is when I actually got a hold of an actual copy. But it was for the 360, and I got destroyed because I had no money, no cars, no gun.
Yeah,
Real love, now I see you. Yeah, you know I do to make it through the times we had. I see it now, I see it now. Real love, now I break through to show to you that I'm no good, that I am bad. I work it out, I work it out.
for me, my brother played it, and my parents always let me play violent video games like COD and shit. So
Lucky.
when I asked them if I could play GTA, my mom was like, I really prefer if you don't, but like, I can't really stop you. Because she knew damn well I would just go into my brother's room and play it whenever I fucking wanted to. So she was just like, don't, but I can't stop you.
She's like, you're gonna do it anyway. So I mean,
Yeah.
so how? What was your like first like maybe experience on the GTA playing GTA? Because everyone has their first experience of how the game felt versus how it feels now.
Well, when I first started playing, I was playing on my brother's account. So he obviously had a lot of money and cars and shit. So I was just fucking around all the time. I wasn't ever really doing heists or anything like that, but I would just fuck around. And then one day he got annoyed with me destroying his cars all the time. So he was like, all right, I'm making you a fucking character. I was like, okay, that's fine.
Like even better for me. I don't have to.
Yeah.
Um,
But I haven't played the story mode, which I really should. Like, I've only played the multiplayer.
I will say I've been trying to. I need to, like in the gaming channel, I do walkthroughs and stuff. I need to do a walkthrough with the new console with the Xbox Series X. I need to play the story mode and play it from beginning to end. I only gotten maybe about 2 hours into the campaign about 5 years ago. No, it was about 4 years ago, and I was just like, you know what? I don't care anymore, and I just walked through. And I never touched the story mode after that. I need to go back into it because I don't know what happens in the story. I don't even know like what went down or any of that because I didn't finish the game. But
Yeah, I haven't played story mode, so I really need to, so I can know what the fuck is up with that.
I know it's it's but that did you hear about how they released those like old GTA's and stuff?
No, I think, I mean, maybe.
So I need to play. I bought it for the PS5 and for the Series X, but I've been playing it mainly on my Series X. I gotta finish those campaigns too, but they apparently upgraded it. And Lord, do I tell you, the for San Andreas, They hired a company called Grove Street Games to do the remastered. Rockstar itself didn't actually do the remastered. They just paid another company. They cut
Yeah.
so many corners. It was so obvious. Like for the rain in the game, it actually looked like one of those iMovie rain effects that you just put in your video from
Are
like
you kidding
iMovie or
me?
something. And people were just like, "What the?" And then like like those really cheap looking rain effects. Like it looks like it's covering the whole screen, and it's just it was so stupid. And and then the game had so many bugs, like it was impossible for people to complete missions. The cars in the game blew up. Like if you hit them like once, they would just blow up. In GTA 5, if you get too much damage on it, it'll catch on fire and it will blow up.
Yeah.
Well, in San Andreas, after the remastered, those cars are so delicate. Just hitting a house or something one or two times, and they're blowing it up, and you have to restart the mission. And people are just so pissed off. Like, when did these cars get so delicate on catching on fire? After
Yeah.
But they kind of screwed that. And Rockstar had to put out an apology saying if you bought the game, they would give you a free copy of Red Dead Redemption to make up for how bad it was. But man.
Oh, Red Dead Redemption. I'm playing the original Red Dead Redemption on my PS3. I got my
You're playing it
PS3
on
to
the
work.
console too.
Yes, and oh my god, it is so shitty. I remember as a kid, like, it wasn't this bad. Like, I remember the graphics being 1,000 times better and the, like, controls and stuff being pretty good. But now I go back and I'm like, oh my god, what is this?
I know. It's a very we're so used to just how technology is now. It's just a completely major downgrade drop. It's just fucked up.
Yeah.
Cause I know for me, like I was what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was playing on what was it? Oh yeah, I got my sister a very old iPod Touch. I wanted to she wanted to get in the Apple ecosystem, but I didn't want to spend Apple ecosystem money, so I got a cheap iPod Touch, and let me tell you, that thing was slow. I've never it was impossible to use. Like just to log into your Apple ID took like a whole 5 or 6 minutes just to get you. I was just like, no.
Sounds horrible. And the worst part is, like, that was the peak of technology at a time, too.
I know, it was like back then, like, wow, that's so cool. You could watch YouTube videos on it. And it was so cool to be able to watch YouTube videos on your mobile phone, like on a little iPod Touch or something. Now that thing is so slow. I don't even think the apps are even though it's supported anymore on that old of a device.
Yeah.
Sounds to me. So what new games have you heard about? And what games are you interested in that are coming out?
Ooh, Elden Ring. I want to play Elden Ring so bad.
I've been playing it. I keep getting destroyed.
Yeah, is it good?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's very good. It is
I
very.
didn't get it.
My friend, you I don't know. You remember Jacob? You may not remember him. We played. You and Gavin got into that one time. We were playing that game, but Jacob, we played that game one time with him, and we played Xbox Fortnite one time with him too. But he's addicted to Elden Ring. Like every time I see him on Xbox, he's just playing Elden Ring. I'm like, what are you playing today, man? He's like, you already know.
I am still addicted to The Witcher. I play The Witcher so much.
Yeah, The Witcher is. I haven't played that much of it. I was a little confused about the story because at the beginning of it, he was having a dream or something, and then I don't know. Do you remember that part when he was having the dream and it turned out of his dream and he saw the future or something? Do you remember that part?
I think so. My memory is really bad. it's gone downhill. So don't expect me to remember many things.
I'm 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 the same way. I do so many things. Like I leave stuff around to help me remember what I need to do because it's getting bad. Um, yeah, Elden Ring is an amazing game. What if you do get it? What console would you get it for? Xbox.
Yeah, my Xbox right now. Thinking of maybe getting a PS4 or PS5. But what I really want is just like a computer. But that's expensive, so I'd need a job first.
Let me tell you, to get good. I think I showed you stuff like in my state. I have a backup gaming PC and I have a primary gaming PC. And the primary one was so difficult. I paid somebody else to build it, and they're in Seattle right now. Yes, and they're a company, they're a small computer company, and it has like two 3090s in it. She has like the maxed out RAM. It's,
I think you told me about this, or at
yeah,
least a
yeah,
little bit about it.
yeah. This thing is a beast. Like that thing just it dominates. Like this, imagine playing anything with ray tracing, um, like 4K max FPS and no lag whatsoever. Like this thing can, and then I can use other monitors too because it's just there's two graphics card in it, so I could do um two different things at once, and it doesn't slow down the speed of the game or anything like that. It's
Oh,
PC is
nice.
completely. I mean, it's superior than gaming consoles.
Yeah, I want to get a PC so bad. They're expensive, so that's like the only problem.
Yeah, I mean, they will get cheaper. Um, because the thing about consoles, guess how many years consoles are behind actual PC specs. So think about the Series X. How many years do you think that is behind the latest PC specs?
Oh, bro, it's probably like a good 10 years.
Well, actually, it's about 3 years, but it's still long. Um,
That's
uh, you,
10 years, 3 years. It's like the same thing, man. I
yeah,
don't know
and,
what you're talking about.
in technology land, 2 years is like 10 years. Like that stuff be. But the reason why consoles are so behind PC specs is because when they start developing the console, it takes years for them to develop one, right? And then they have to send it off to devs for game making and dev kits, right? So
Mhm.
they can only when they start working on that console, they can only upgrade uh the console to what there is at that time. So if they're working on the new Xbox right now, like the new Xbox Z, whatever that comes out 5 years from now, they're gonna have the specs from today's time into that Xbox because they're working on it now. So the Series X was probably in development back in probably 2015, 2016, or 17.
Mhm.
That's probably when the Series X was in development, and they were taking parts from that time to the console now. So it's still an upgrade from the original console, like the Xbox One. It's still a superior upgrade because the Xbox One tech was probably back to probably early 2013, or no, it came out. It was probably back in 2006 or 2008, stuff like that. Um, so it's a complete the specs on it because I know the Xbox Series X has a graphics card, a 2060 graphics card, and PCs are on the 30 series. So they're already a whole graphics card generation behind in the new generation consoles. Which I'm not saying they're not powerful. I'm just saying the technology has already been out there for a long time. But
Yeah, and it's just it upgrades like technology upgrades so fast nowadays too.
yeah,
We're
it'll be
able to
impossible to make a console how fast this technology is going because you could never build it or manufacture it if you're constantly changing something.
yeah.
Um, what would you say your console by choice is?
No.
And punish
I
them.
I like
We
both
keep our
consoles. I
eyes
like
up.
PS4 and I like Xbox. Maybe Xbox just because I play more Xbox and my PS4 is not with me anymore.
What happened to it?
Oh, it is my brother's, so he just moved to college. That's just what happened.
Oh,
Yeah, I played the Xbox and then my brother played the PS4 and my parents like purposely kind of bought us two different consoles so then we wouldn't have to fight over it.
Well, that's good. So you own the Xbox and he owns the PS4.
Yeah, but usually when he comes home, which he isn't going home this summer, which mean, but when he does come home, I'm allowed to play on the PS4 and he can play on my Xbox and we do that because both of us are like, oh my god, I want to play a game on the PS4. He's like, oh my god, I want to play on the Xbox.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I mean, as a fan of, um, I don't get in console battles because, like, kind of like how, kind of like you, I like I either I have them both or I played them both before, so I'm not like addicted to one console. So I'm not like a hardcore fan of Xbox or hardcore fan of PlayStation because I've used both of them before. So I'm like,
Yeah,
uh,
and both of them are good too.
yeah. They each have their own, like, like PlayStation. I love the lights in the remote, like the remote, like the lights in the, like, the PS4 controller, like this, like the lights on it.
Hmm.
Those things are super cool, like how it reacts to the game and everything.
Yeah.
And the little speaker inside of it too. I like that. I think Xbox could do some more with the controllers. To be honest with you, they don't do as much of adding cool
Yeah, they
features to
definitely
it.
could.
But a little bit on technology. What kind of phone do you have?
I think I currently have a iPhone 12, I'm pretty sure.
That's what I have too. What you know how it didn't come with a charger, right?
Mine came with a charger, I think.
It did.
You
Oh
might
wait, it
have the
didn't come with.
iPhone 11 then.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you have the iPhone 11 because the iPhone 12s didn't come with a charger or a charging dock. Because like we're
Really?
trying to save the planet. Um, but
Oh yes,
apparently,
save the planet.
I know. I'm just like, so I'm gonna pay like almost 1,000 something dollars for a phone,
You're
and I
not
can't
even gonna
even
give me a charger.
to charge it. And they tell you like, oh well, we sell the accessories for you can buy the charger. We just don't want to give it to people that don't want to. It's funny because the logic made no sense. They're like, we're not gonna give you a charging or a charging dock because you might already have one from previous iPhones. But the new iPhone uses a different charger than the previous iPhones. So I'm like, what the?
Yeah, bro. If they just want you to spend more money, that's really.
I know it's. I'm like, oh, okay. So I might have a. So y'all saying that they don't want to give it to people that might already have chargers, but then you guys change the charging output on the phone, meaning that I have to get a new charger anyway. So I don't understand that logic. And then
They're just
so
money hungry.
I know they're like, we're trying to go green and save the planet. I'm like, what is it gonna be now? The new iPhone 15 is gonna be without an iPhone. You just pay for the box. And
Accurate, probably.
they're like, iPhone 15 doesn't come with iPhone, but you can buy the phone separately from the box. But the, but to save the planet, we're not including the phone actually inside the box.
I hate big companies worst.
I know. And then apparently, so 2 days ago, a man sues. Um, the man sues. Well, Apple actually had two lawsuits 2 days ago. The first lawsuit
Really?
was, yeah. First lawsuit was a guy sued Apple for buying an iPhone 13 because they started that trend with the 12s and then they continued it on with the 13s without having a charger and a charging dock in it. He won the case and won about $30,000 from that case. And
Oh god.
because the argument was is how is he supposed to charge? Apple states in the terms of service that the phone that they provide to you should already be ready to be used and working when you buy it,
Hmm.
and without a charger you can't fully use the function of the phone without, once it dies you can't use it anymore, so you have to go out and spend more money to Apple, meaning that they're actually using false advertisement. So he was able to get the judge to agree with that case, and he was awarded $30,000. Now that's nothing compared to how much Apple has in the bank, but but
Oh yeah, for sure.
and apparently another guy sued Apple because Apple terminated his Apple ID, and he had about $24,000 worth of content in in his Apple ID. You know, you buy video games in the store, you buy apps, or you buy movies. You
Hmm.
know, yeah. Well, apparently it terminated. Well, the
Man,
same
how much did he have?
$24,000 worth of media content.
Oh my God, why are you spending that much money for things?
I wish I had $24,000 to spend on movies. Like what the?
Yeah, bro. Like, just get streaming apps like Netflix or Hulu or something. Why are you spending that all like?
He's like, oh guys, I need to buy the entire movie catalog. Like what the?
Mm,
But the same thing happened to me. I did not spend $24,000 worth of it.
about to slap you. Like,
but apparently I think I had like my most amount of app store worth probably about $500. To be honest with you, but he so apparently somebody hacked my Apple account. So they said for
yeah,
security reasons they're going to terminate my Apple account and then have me transfer my photos and text messages and contacts a new a new phone, Apple ID account. And I told them, I said they're like, but all media purchases are going to be locked in our old account, that we can't do anything about that. And I was like, you guys have to be kidding me. So I can't get any of my like. So I had to go back and rebuy everything in this new App ID, and it was pissed me so off. But it wasn't worth for me to go to court over $500. Like I'm just like no. But if you're gonna
yeah. If
spend
you're
over,
only losing $500, I don't think the judge will do anything anyway. He'll just be like, "You don't have $500. Come on."
I know, yeah. I mean, like the 24,000, that makes a little bit more sense. That's a lot of money, but
Yeah, that is a lot of money.
but but I was bummed out, unhappy, but it wasn't worth for me to go stir up a whole entire issue over 500. I was like, fine, I'll just rebuy what I need on the new account.
Yeah.
Cause I got my pictures, my contacts. So I was just like, you know what? If I got those things, pretty much, I pretty much. But so what other games? My boss just called me. I'm gonna answer him real quick. But can you tell the audience like what other games you've been looking for? Oh, why you like Elden Ring? One of the two.
So another game that I really want, the PS4 game. It's oh gosh, I'm trying to think of the name of it. Alright, your mic isn't muted. There you go. Oh shit. Okay. It's Horizon Forbidden West. I played the first Horizon. And it was really, really good. I didn't ever finish it because my brother moved to college, so I wasn't able to finish it. But I played through a lot of it, so I want the other one. Another one that looks really good is I don't even know what other games look good because there's not very many games that I think look good. Games have gone downhill recently. There have been a few games, but Cyberpunk. I haven't played that yet. I've had very mixed reviews with that. Some people have been like, "Oh yeah, this is such a good game." And other people are telling me that it's a horrible game and don't get it. Which I, I think I'd rather get Elden Ring first and then think about buying Cyberpunk. And but I think Cyberpunk was good, and I think good. I don't know if people say it isn't. I guess it just depends. And yeah,
I heard you were talking about Cyberpunk.
yes, I want to get Cyberpunk. Heard very mixed reviews. People
You
say
want to
it's
get
really
Cyberpunk? Are you sure about that?
what?
Are you sure about that?
I've heard mixed reviews, bro. Some people say it's really good, and other people are like, it's a shit game. So like,
No.
that could be.
Well, um, I so I was trying. I was one of those diehard fans of Cyberpunk. I was like, I will give it the best, and I will wait after they do all the patches to see how it comes out. Well, I just played it recently, and because the game is so badly managed for RAM, there's no traffic in the city at all whatsoever. Like I was driving down the city, and there's legit like five or two people walking down the street. Like there's maybe a car every now and then. The city is pretty much dead. And I looked it up, and people said, yeah, they had to cut out traffic and pedestrians because the game could not handle all of it. So it's just like an empty city.
Maybe I don't want to get Cyberpunk then.
And it completely messed it up. I'll be honest with you. I'd rather have a buggy game with traffic in it. Like when I first played it, before they did the
Hmm.
updates, I enjoyed having the like city looking like it was alive. Even though it was buggy, there was pop-ins, but it was still better for it to have pop-ins every now and then, other than having nothing, just a dead city.
Yeah.
I'm like, I would rather have a buggy game than have an empty game. Like, it completely gets rid of like, what is this massive city doing with like no one here? Like,
Yeah, I get you.
but I mean, you go ahead, you try it out, let me know. But I'll be honest with you, don't go into expecting too much.
I definitely just want to get Elden Ring first and then like play that and complete the game, even though that will literally take me like a year or two to complete. So I was talking to one of my friends, and he said for one of the bosses, it took him 16 hours to complete, and I was like, bro,
For one boss,
for one boss.
man, I only have filmed part two of the walkthrough, and I only spent about maybe 2 hours at all. That means I got like another like 80 hours to go. I see.
Yeah, and then another person said that they spent 8 hours on a boss as well. Mm, this is gonna be terrible.
Wow, I just that game is long. I'm right now. I'm trying to finish Far Cry 6. I just finished Watch Dogs Legion on the channel, so now I'm trying to finish Far Cry 6. So once Far Cry 6 is done, then I will move on to focus more on Elden Ring.
You should play Franbo on your channel.
Fanboy,
Franbo, yeah.
look it up. Let's see.
It's like a creepy, demented puzzle game. It's so good.
Flamebow, you mean? Or Fanboy?
Farn. Pretty sure you
F
never spelled that.
oh, Farn.
Yeah.
Still don't see it. Let me see. Wait, Famo or No?
Fran. I spelled it wrong. Whoops.
Oh, oh, okay. I see what you're talking about.
Yeah,
It
and
looks.
it's
It looks.
not what?
Oh, so it looks like Caroline, right? Kind of like.
Yeah, it's definitely like a creepy game. And it doesn't take that long to complete. I think it's only like 6 hours. Because I've been playing that recently.
Hmm. Okay, I have to try it out. Is it on PC or like what is it on? Or is it on?
It's just PC.
Oh, that answers my question.
Apparently, you can get it on your phone. Now that I'm looking at it,
You can.
fucking. Oh yeah, but like each chapter, you have to buy each chapter
You have to. Oh, buy. Well, I need to get up to
for
twenty
your
three thousand.
phone.
I got to get up to $23,000 to beat this guy. So let's rack it up.
Yeah, for Franbo to get it on your phone, you have to buy each individual
Well, that's what I'm
chapter.
saying. I got to get you $23,000. So yeah, I mean,
Why you gotta get to that much money?
I'm talking about the. I got to beat that guy that sued Apple.
Oh,
I gotta start now. I gotta start early. I gotta beat him with that 23,000.
yeah.
Like, well, man, I spent 23,005 cents on my iTunes account. What do you got with that? And then I'll go ahead and sue Apple for like I don't know how much.
Half a million.
Yeah, it's weird how you can sue more for the damages. Like the guy that sued Apple for not having a charger got way more money than how much an iPhone costs and the charger would cost. But I don't know like how
Yeah.
that works.
Well, it depends how much money you want and how much money the judge thinks is correct.
So maybe the judge was just having a I hate Apple moment and just
Usually, I'm pretty sure that like the um the person will come up to the judge and be like, "I spent this much money and I didn't get this, so I would like this much money back plus whatever." Did you hear me? Because somebody just called me.
yeah, yeah.
Hold on. Can I go take this call really quick?
Yeah, yeah, you good. So
Okay,
yeah,
I'm gonna
guys,
have to hang up because I'm.
you good. Do you just wanna we could just start it we could just do another one next week. We could just end it now.
All right, that sounds good then.
All right, thank you guys for watching. This is Holy Mike again in the gaming podcast, and I'll let Hannah. You want to close us out?
See y'all later. Hope you guys have a good week, and I will be here next week, hopefully.
All right, I'll see you guys next week. All right, bye, Hannah. I'll see you.
Bye. See you.